When it comes to your health, many experts agree strengthening your core is one of the most important things you can do. And today, fitness trainer Sara Judkins is here to explain why. It's great to see you. We're having our frantic fitness conversation during the commercial break. Sara's motivating me to get my gym act together, and I appreciate it. The core, we hear a lot about it, and you want to make the point that a strong core is about way more than just good-looking abs.
Yes. I mean, a core, if you can have a strong core, everything you do, all your daily activities, I mean, that's your functional strength. So I'm talking, lifting groceries out of Costco, lifting big, the water and the boxes, using your core strength, chasing kids. I mean, in any of your favorite activities that you're involved in, the stronger your core can be, the better, your movements are.
We're saying core, we're doing this. I think of stomach, abs, torso area. What does the core consist of?
Actually, core is your torso and sling muscles that connect your upper and your lower body. Sling? Sling. Yes, okay. Sling. So if you cut off from right under your shoulders to right under your butt, that is your core.
It goes lower than people probably think, and it extends a little higher than people
so that's your shoulders, your chest. Your ab muscles are, of course, a part of that. Your hips, your hip flexors, your butt, your muscles in your back, your spine, and all the muscles in your spine.
So it's so much more than just sit-ups. Sit-ups targets that one area, but we're really expanding the definition.
Yes.
And the work.
Yes, and that's the misconception. I mean, people think, I'm just going to, my abs, right? My abs are my core, so I'm going to do, 1,000 sit-ups when you're really just working that straight plane. Those muscles that come together in the sit-up motion.
Right.
When you, versus doing something like a plank or a hover, where you're engaging your stabilizer muscles, your back muscles, your butt, and the results and the effects of doing a more effective exercise, not that crunches or sit-ups are bad, but you can work many, many muscles together and become stronger faster if you do it effective.
It's great to look good, feel good in your clothes. It's even better to have that flat stomach in a swimsuit, not discounting that. But as far as everyday health and everyday body function, what are the benefits of a strong core?
So the big benefits, I mean, posture, it improves your posture. It definitely improves your balance, and toning your butt and your abs, those muscles that are in your core work. And it's just that functional, those movements that we do every day that we don't realize. If our cores were strong, then all of those movements, would be better, and to prevent injury, right?
Sure. So, should we be working our core every single day?
Yes, because your core is more, like I said, than just doing, crunches.
Right.
When you're doing several exercises, because there are so many exercises you can do from your shoulders all the way down to your hips and your butt. There's so many things you can do. So yes, I mean, there's so many exercises every day you can work on.
And I'm about to ask a question that I know could be an entirely separate conversation we could have at a later date, but moms, women who have had babies, are they at a disadvantage for trying to work this area? You hear about the separation of the muscles and whatnot that comes from pregnancy and comes from childbirth.
And that's why those exercises that you and I will go through, those really do help tighten up those muscles without having to feel like I have to do 1,000 crunches to get my ab muscles to show.
So possible to re-engage those through the moves you're going to show us today.
Absolutely.
I'm excited. I'm kicking off my heels. You promised they were somewhat easy, so I'm not going gym head to toe. But where do we start? Where do we start?
We're going to start down in the hover. So this movement is just right down where you place your elbows, right underneath your shoulders, solid base core. So you don't want to be pulling back here, but you want your shoulders right over the elbows. And you want your neck long into your spine. It's called your posterior chain muscles. So your spine from your neck, the base of your neck, all the way down to the bottom.
You feel a shift just as you extend your head, as you were describing that. You do feel a shift in your entire torso
And you
area.
think length. You think length, right? So you squeeze your butt cheeks.
And our knees are on the ground?
This is an option. So, or you can tuck those toes underneath and come up to the plank.
So you're called, so the
I'm saying hover, sorry, hover.
Hover is knees down and plank is knees up?
No, this is just an option. This is just an option. And I'll show you what a plank is as well, but this is hover.
I thought this was a plank.
So
what's the difference?
Hover, so plank, you're up here.
Oh,
plank,
hands.
Hands underneath the shoulders.
Gotcha.
And you come up to plank.
Okay, and what's the as far as what it's working, what's the difference?
So there's a lot more movements that you can do from the the plank position.
Okay.
So I'll show you a few of them.
Okay, yeah.
A good idea though for people to build strength over time, because people like, you know, hold that for 15 seconds and they're like, holy cow, right?
Earthquaking, yes.
So it's just adding, you know, 15 seconds to every time you do the hover. So maybe your goal to start out would be a minute, right? A minute, because you can feel right off the top, right?
I set my smartphone alarm, you know, because every second counts, and you're just looking at that phone like, come on,
it really does, and it's great. And you know, there are things that you can do in the hover. So
show us.
Maybe the first exercise you could do would be, okay, I'm gonna gradually add 15 seconds every day. I'm gonna do the hover every day for 15 seconds.
So the timing builds.
And you can start adding movements like double leg drops.
Okay.
Right? Where you would really start to engage the lower back, but you'll feel your ab muscles as well. So that's a great, right?
Yep.
So if you walk yourself up to the plank, right?
Yeah.
So hands underneath the shoulders and making sure, a lot of my clients will drop down, right? And you want to lift your body out of the shoulders.
Right.
Squeeze your butt.
Am I the only one shaking here? Sarah, say no.
No.
Okay, good.
We all are.
Okay, good.
Again, and you can always drop here. I mean, because you do want to build your core strength.
Sure.
And that's just baby steps every day. But you can add in a leg series. So if you're in this plank position, you can lift out to the side, pull the knee in, push it out, and back down. Right?
I'm gonna breathe for 1 second, and I'm gonna try again.
So anytime, and then as you get stronger and you build that strength, you extend the leg, and maybe you pull 3, 2, 1, and instead of setting down on the reset, pull it back in. What you don't want to do is really shift your body, right?
What do you mean by that?
So you push out. Like I see people like push their bodies to help.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Like make your stabilizer muscles really work. So you extend, pull 3, extend, squeeze the butt.
Yes.
2, you're squeezing.
Yes, Sarah.
1.
This is where I'll count you down.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
you feel that. Ooh, you do.
Yeah. And you know, you can add, there are other exercises that are pretty easy to add, and you can do these without the bands.
Okay.
If you can do, you know, maybe I'll have you do without because you don't have your shoes on.
Okay. Good call.
But you can get the tubes or the bands, I mean, anywhere, right? But these are great to add.
So we're staying down and you're using those as the resistance.
Yes. So you're gonna put these around your feet just like that. And you're gonna head into horse stance. So just one thumb through the band. So you're solid, hands underneath the shoulders, right?
Okay.
And then you extend the leg out.
You kick it back.
So add that. So instead of moving the body around to help, make sure you're isolating the movement here. So I would say to start out, you would do 8 kicks like this.
And you're feeling it in your leg and in your core, I assume, right?
Oh, yes. And then knee kicks, so you pull it in, and extend it out. And every time you do an exercise, I always brace my core first.
As it engages before you begin the movement.
And then squeeze those muscles, right?
Okay.
You can do leg drops, up, down, leg drops. And another great thing to add in would be micro circles.
So fair to say it's not just what you're doing, but it's how you're doing it, that engagement and that squeezing and that.
Keeping your back long, you know, your abs pulled up into your lower back.
Okay.
Lift it out to work on your posture and your balance. Like I have clients who are going through knee replacements, hip replacements, and a lot of these core movements is what their therapists are giving them. You know, these leg kicks, squats, anything, you know.
I feel motivated. Core every day.
Yes.
Core every day. I feel stronger too. So these are great things you can do just on your living room floor with a $10 tube. Easy enough. If people want to work out with you, take a class from you, where can we do so?
Skills Fitness in Bountiful.
All right. Sarah, thank you.
Thank you.